Hey guys, this is the introduction video for the Fig Writer Studio Book Club for Teens. We're going to be reading 2 books over 10 weeks this summer. Each book we're going to be spending about 5 weeks on. The first book is one of my absolute favorites. It's The God of Small Things by Arundhati Roy. The second book we're going to be reading is another one of my absolute favorites, which is Reservation Blues by Sherman Alexie. Both of these books are intense and they deal with mature themes, so be ready to talk about some serious stuff, but they're beautifully written and extraordinarily interesting stories. Okay, so just some guidelines of what to expect. As I said, this is a 10-week program. We're going to be spending 5 weeks on each book. The reading schedule is posted on my website, so you will know what section of the book to read ahead of our Thursday afternoon discussion. So every Thursday during this 10-week period at 5:30, we're all going to get on Zoom and have a conversation about what we've read. And if you're curious about what we're going to be talking about or what the discussion is going to be about, I can give you some guidelines. So as you are reading the book, and we'll start with The God of Small Things, as I said, I want you to do something I call a close reading. That is, really pay attention to your sentences, really pay attention to what's going on. And as a way to think about that, I use the who, what, where, when, why, and how guidelines, right? So as you're reading, think of, what is this about? Where am I? Who's speaking? Why am I being told this information? Those kinds of things to kind of ground you in what's going on in the book. And I also want you to pay attention to what you don't like, what you love, what confuses you, and what makes you feel uncomfortable. And so if you're reading out of a book like I am, and it's yours, you can write in it, you can underline things. I recommend that. I do that to all of my books. It helps me really focus on what's happening. If you have a Kindle or one of those electronic books, I think there's a way to underline and highlight things like that, or you can just take notes on a notepad. Again, it's up to you. I also think it's a good idea, especially if you feel like a reluctant reader or you're not used to reading really heavy books, you're welcome to listen on audiobook, and whatever audiobook program you use is fine. But I do recommend, as you're listening on the audiobook, to follow along with your eyes in a physical book if that's possible. Of course, if you have any questions or concerns or are still confused about how to do close reading, please just send me an email and I'll do my best to answer your questions. Remember, this is meant to be fun. Your assignment's going to be about 10 to 12 pages of reading a day during the summer, so not too onerous. There's no grades, there's no serious assignments. Really, it's just a way for you to engage in the story and come have a conversation with us every Thursday. Okay, I'm very excited. I'm looking forward to meeting everybody, and I think it's going to be fun.